Alright guys, welcome to my channel. It is September. My money has changed because I have the greenhouses set to selling versus storing. So they're not going to pop up in their little area. But so I sold them. That gave me the little extra money. And that's fine. Goals of today. Let's run over here real quick. We are going to mow and bale a bunch of food for these guys for all winter. So I think that's what we're going to do now and store them in the bale storage over there. So let's hop in this big guy. And you know, I've been thinking about it. I need to figure out something different than these forks, just because y'all seen how much I struggled trying to get them onto that pallet. I'm gonna find something that might be easier to load stuff onto a trailer. And I might have found something. And I think it's kind of cool. I was looking into it. It's pretty awesome. So once we get this part done, I will get back to you. And let's clear. Let's see here. Is it that button or that button? No. Restart bale counter. There we go. I want to know how many bales we produce by the time we're done baling the rest of this. So anyways, I'm going to get to this and I will get back to you as soon as I'm done. Alright, while I get this last little strip, we have made a lot of bales. A lot of bales. So, yeah, I definitely don't want to have to use the regular forks to try and snag up all these bales. In fact, I would like, to be honest, an auto load trailer. But I think we're just going to call it quits on that. And then yeah, we'll unload it. So yeah, we have a lot of bales. So we're just going to park this back where it goes. Drop the mower off. Pick up the forks. Let's go sell these forks and get something cooler. I will see y'all at the dealership. Okay, here we are. Let's open up the garage. And get these sold. Alrighty, let's see here. We need forks. And I was eyeballing these, even though they're lift wood mod, um, they have straps that strap to the bottom of these. So I can put it over, this is what I'm thinking, I can put it over the bale and strap the bale and bring it up and then just drop them. I think that'd be so much faster. I don't like red. Let's change it to black. A universal color. There we go. Oh, I should have looked at some bale trailers too. We'll pick them up and then I'll just run back in. Yeah, let's look at a bale trailer. Okay. So there's these ones. Ooh, that one's 6,000. How much would it be to be? How much would it? Words difficult sometimes, right? How much is it gonna be for the 6,000? And then the auto load is still 6,000. Okay, cool. I will keep that in mind. We'll probably have to go back to it. But I wanted to show you guys how these will operate. So I'll see you back at the farm. All right, here we are back on the farm. So I'm gonna come up on this bale here. I think I have a little too high. You want it resting right on top of it. There we go. Straighten it up a little bit. And then we'll zoom in on the... See how the straps just go around it? So much easier. And I can just... I think this is a cool mod. It works great for logging. I can pick up anything that way. But I'm going to show you how the bale storage works. You bring it on over here. Unhook. And there it goes. Pops in there. Now, when I need a bale, I come over to this marker right here. Click on that. Shows the bale. And you click. Pops it right out. And then I can snag it up and take off. So that's how the bale storage works. We need to get all these bales into that storage. But I'm going to hold off on that. We need to fill up the greenhouse. So let's hop on this tractor and do that real quick. If my calculations are correct, I need to do... This is 5,000 liters, so I need... There's 13 in there. 5 trips will be 25. Yeah, I think 5 trips. Alright. Alright, last load for this. Let's go dump whatever's left into this and then probably top off the sheet pin. And then we'll fill up the tank one more time. Alright, let's go this way. And then we'll fill up the tank and back straight up. Oh, that works. Alright, now it's... Oh, I got a text message. Oh, no, 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 no. Dang it. Why did I look at my phone? Let's get out of the water. Can I get that out of here? Oh, no. Let's... I'm going to see if I can use this tractor and get out of there. So, future note. Don't text and drive. I literally just looked down at my phone because I saw a notification pop up, and yeah, I just sent it right into the water. Okay, I don't want to go too deep. Ooh. Yep, no, I don't know. Maybe it's gonna be pushing it. Oh, I touched it. Maybe put the forks on top. Come on, pull. Let's get it out of there. Come on. Ooh, it's a teeth cruncher. Come on. Come on, keep going. Oh my god. Who? Okay. We are out of the water. Oh, goodness. Okay. Well, can't believe I did that. Let's see. Broken needs to be reset. You know what? I'm just going to call a tow truck. Let me run into the house. I'll call a tow truck and have them take off with this. At least we got our trailer back. Oh, we'll just have them take both and repair everything that needs to be repaired and go from there. This sucks. Okay, it happens. It's not the end of the world. I got my bales at least. My other tractor's still good. Let's see how much this is going to cost me. Okay, some time went by. The tow truck guy came. I gave him $1,000 for him to haul it back up to the dealer. I'm going to see if it's worth fixing. I'm waiting for a phone call on that. But I guess until then, let's take this and move some bales. I technically have enough for that trailer. Yeah, let's go get that trailer. $6,000 later. Oh, poor tractor. I guess we'll move around and move those bales around and go from there. See y'all back at the farm. 1, oop, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is so nice. 6. And then these 3. Boom, boom, and boom. Now we have a full trailer. Let's go dump it off at the storage. I might have to sell some. I don't think the sheep are going to use all. I think it was like, what, 30 something? 40? Oop. There we go. Okay, so I just realized that this does not like having the trailer on and functioning the straps at the same time. So, noted. Alright, so I have 9 there. There's 10 plus whatever's in here. 30. So I have 40 bales. I don't think the sheep are going to go through 30 bales all winter. So I think we'll just keep this here. I'll snag up that one. Throw it on the back. That's only 9 though. Where's the other bale? All right, we'll just sell 9 bales. Nope, I was too far forward. There we go. All right, let's go up there and sell this and go from there. And honestly, I wasn't gonna get the trailer until I had to get my tractor towed, so that wastes more time than I wanted. So this was a game changer, but I don't need it now. So let's sell the trailer. That gets me some money back. I kind of needed it. But let me go in here and talk to the mechanic about the tractor and trailer and see if they can just sell it. If it's not worth my while fixing. So let me run in here and I'll talk to them. All right. Well, they said bad news. The motor is completely screwed. Completely locked because the water got into the pistons, and so they're gonna have to swap the motor and go through the transmission and then make sure everything else is okay. Even the electrical, they probably have to replace. They said something about the fuses or the fuse box, something, but they have to replace all kinds of parts inside here now. And I asked them about selling it, and uh, I won't be able to get full price for it, obviously, because it's not running anymore. But they're willing to take it off my hands, and I told them let me step out and think about it, and go from there. When it came to the water tank, I asked them about that. They said that's honestly perfectly fine. There's not much to it, so everything that was hooked up, like the lines, they might have to do a little bit of electrical. They said, but the lines that are holding the fluid for the brakes and stuff is completely sealed, so there's no damage really there. They'll even replace the brakes on the trailer, but other than that, I think that's really about it. Is that they'll replace the brakes and make sure the wiring's good for the lights, and but they think that the tractor just needs to be 100% totaled. So, let me. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna have to sell it. I think I'm just gonna have to sell it. I wonder what they got in the used market. Oh, I'm still thinking about this. Anything useful? Nope. Nothing useful. Oh. Wait. That's a nice water tanker. I didn't think about that. I didn't even look at the price of this one. I looked at it last time going through this list. Let me see what's going on with this. Those fenders are ugly. But barf. Anyways, let's see here. What's the capacity? 10,000. That'd be quick to load up on standard. What about times two? 20,000? 100,000? 250,000? Yeah, this is the Colossus unrealistic. 100%. A million liters, 5 mil. Yeah, I don't need that much. That's ridiculous. Um, Honestly, I think my max would be like 100,000. 100,000 liters would be the max on this thing. That's ridiculous. Let's put it this way. This would fill up, if I have it at 100,000, this would fill up that greenhouse twice and a half. Hmm. How much would it? And it doesn't cost any more. You know what? I'd rather do 20,000. 2 trips, fill it up, change the color. Now I feel better on getting rid of the other setups. Yep, we're doing it. That thing's huge. All right. Let me go in here and tell them that I want to sell my stuff. All right, I was talking to them for a fat minute, and they drug it, or just a couple minutes, and they immediately just drug it around back to load it up and scrap it later. But here we are. We got our tanker. We got our tractor. Field harvested. And then greenhouse is full. Let me double check on all that. I'll get back to you when we get down there. Okay. I forgot how fast this thing fills up. That's so much better. So let's double check on the greenhouse, see if it's full. It's topped off now. Make sure the sheep are topped off. They're topped off. Okay. So we have plenty of water in here. I can just bring it over here since how fast it fills up. That's crazy. That saves a lot of time. And I'll just leave it right there. Ooh, I have a pallet. I'm gonna see how much wool is selling right now, and then we might be taking this back up to sell. All right, wool is selling for $2,178 this month. that would come in handy, but I have some cash in my pocket, so I don't really necessarily need to sell it. Um, what I'm thinking is we'll just keep the sheep fed and wait. Um, we might be able to get a bigger pen, actually. We might be able to get a bigger pen if I sell these. Move that bale out of the way. And then get the sheep into a bigger pen. And if the sheep needs any water, I have the water for it now. But I think that's gonna be our next step. And if I have a bigger pen, I can get more sheep later. Let me get in the sky and see how much it's gonna cost for a bigger pen, and then we'll figure out something. All right, here we are at pins. Ooh, there's 20,000. Holds 100 sheep. Oh, it's not that big. Obviously don't have enough money for it right now, but I think that's what we're going to do. I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to let's take this up there, sell it, and then we'll come back down and move the sheep. And I have a mod that will help me move the sheep. I forgot about that. I've used it in the past. It works great. It's not realistic, but I don't care. This map is not realistic whatsoever. Other than some of the manual work. So I'll see y'all up at the dealer. All right, that was 2,833 because I sold both of those, that partial pallet and the other pallet. But what I need is in here. And if I remember correctly, it's like in the miscellaneous here. No, down. Animals, there it is. This thing. The herdsman's stick. And it sits right here. I'm just going to bring it over to the tractor. Let's see if I can rest it on top of here. Put in my sights. Oh. Yep, I knew that was going to happen. As soon as I get on the... Where'd it go? There it is. Nope. This is where I wish I had a pickup. Okay. I'm just going to drive the tractor down, then run up and grab that and bring it down. All right, so here we are. We set it down right there. And then now we can move the sheet. So let's click on move all 10. And it literally just acts like a trailer. Oh my goodness. Let's put this over here. Open up the doors. They closed behind me. There we go. We'll put this over here by the tractor. And we'll go in the sky and put the new one down. All right, it is down. Let's do some modifications over here because that's just storage. But this is where the wool spawns at. So I think if we paint this gravel like that, and then we'll clean up this in here. That looks ugly. There we go. I think that will be, there we go. That looks better. And then might as well, while we're at it, clean up the rest of this. We'll make it smaller. I think that looks good right there. All right, let's make our sheep happy. We'll put in this one bale of what is not registering? Maybe I need to knock it over. Oh, it took it that time. All right, let's go get another bale or two. It is almost supper time. All right, well, I don't need 25. I need 2. There we go. There we go. Oh, didn't take take both of those, so that's good. Let's park this over here. All right, the sheep had feed. Sheep has feed now. Now I parked. Ah, there it is. I was to say, I don't want to lose all my sheep. All right, let's move them all over. And we'll just stick this guy in here so we can transport more in the future. Do I want to try and like lean up against the wall? And put it in the corner so I don't fall out. There we go. All right, I think that's the end of this adventure. I think what I'm planning is I'll just keep feeding these guys and making sure that they last through winter. And I don't plan on doing any field work. This is pretty much the last mow of the season. So I guess I'll see you in like March or April, right when it turns into spring. But for now, thank y'all for tuning in. Like, subscribe, put a comment down below if you want to. I will see y'all on the next one. Jay out.